Hello.
Hi everybody, welcome back to Hit or Miss Hallmark Movie Reviews. Hope everyone is well.
Welcome back.
Yes, we are back with another Spring into Love movie. Next up we have A Pinch of Portugal. I like it. I like the title.
Are you Portuguese?
No.
Your last name sounds Portuguese.
I know, but it's not. This one stars Heather Hemmens and Chris Hemsworth. I mean Luke Mitchell.
That's a Thor attempt at a joke.
Oh, whatever. I liked it. I thought it was funny. I mean, he could pass for him, could he not? Like,
yeah, I guess.
He's actually an Australian soap opera guy.
That very much tracks.
Yeah, definitely. So, of course, we remember seeing Heather in last year's Caribbean Summer.
Oh, yeah.
She gets to do all the destination movies, so lucky her.
Yeah, some people either just have great luck when it comes to being cast, or they have great contracts or great agents.
Let's get into this one, yeah?
What's this one about?
A prep cook is elevated to the spotlight on a cooking show after the celebrity chef quits. The cute Aussie cameraman plays a key role both in her love life and work life. It was from IMDb. It was lackluster, to say the least. It was just like, that's not really a great synopsis. It was kind of weird, but...
Well, what did you think?
Okay, so I've said this many times. Hallmark is really great at transporting us to the destination at hand, especially lately. I thought the scenes of Portugal were beautiful. I also really appreciated the authenticity here. They played a lot of Portuguese music. They took us to the open air, like fruit markets and vegetable markets.
Yeah, that was really cool.
They spoke Portuguese. They filmed on location in Lisbon. It was fantastic. I think you'll want to go to Portugal after watching this.
I already wanted to go.
I know, so did I, but this will solidify you wanting to go. They also had great shots of the food. This is a food movie, after all. Everything on the plate was styled impeccably.
Yeah, they didn't play into it too much, though. They didn't actually talk about any dishes, which was
no
interesting.
recipes,
yeah,
really,
yeah,
right?
Zero.
Well, I don't know, did she?
No, like
not really.
Even if they did, they glossed over it.
It was all about the look, I think.
Yeah, it was all about the look and the adventure, like going to find it. Going to find the ingredients.
Yeah.
Because she was just basically playing as his prep cook.
Yeah. So. I liked that they showed us cameras and gimbals and talked about B-roll. I loved all the behind the scenes that we got to see. Like, it was pretty cool being filmmakers. We appreciated that. I liked that it was a pretty small crew, which I think makes sense here because they all went to Portugal.
Yeah, it's not usually a big crew.
No, I don't. That wouldn't be very realistic if they took the whole crew on location. I don't think that would be real.
Yeah,
so that
it felt
good.
very like movie within a movie because it was like, oh, this could have been the crew they took. But I really appreciated the realism here.
For sure.
And it started right off in the thick of things, like the movie. And I thought it was smart to like kind of drizzle in bits of Anna's backstory organically throughout the script.
Yeah.
It was almost felt like the backstory of her being discovered by a famous chef in her family restaurant. And that was like the original.
Which is like a Hallmark movie in itself.
Yeah, that was like the original typical Hallmark story. But then we were starting this movie like well into the continuation.
Yeah, that was nice actually, yeah.
Also, the backstory with Russ is just kind of like tossed in there in conversation, but it also added some layers of like complexity to the character development. It was a little convenient to have Dean f off for most of the movie and let Anna like, come out of her shell. But it's not unbelievable by any like television standards.
Well, we will get to that in Nit Picky. That's one
yeah.
of my nitpickies for sure.
Oh, okay.
The two leads. Okay, so at first, I didn't really feel the chemistry between them, to be honest. And I was kind of waiting for it, and it seemed like I was waiting for a really long time. Because it did get better.
I mean, I think it got there, but like barely, and it took.
It was like halfway through the movie before I actually start to feel it. That's a long time.
Yeah.
I did like that we got a little bit of a triangle, or what kind of started off to be a bit of a triangle, almost.
Yeah, it was a little odd.
That intrigued me, especially because it was with a local, and then it was with like her old friend. I don't know. I thought, oh, we're getting something interesting here, maybe. But what I liked even more, I would say, is that the focus was actually more on Anna's career and her finding her stride and pursuing her passion in her own way. And I thought that was really great. And the romance almost was kind of like on the side. It wasn't really the focus,
it
right?
felt, and it kind of mimicked that in the passion of the movie. Because there was
and actually Girls Gone Hallmark noticed that the poster was just her. There wasn't the guy on a poster. That's quite different.
Yeah, that's interesting. They kind of wanted to build a mystery. It's like, that's why the Russ storyline is kind of interesting, because it was like, oh, he already had his chance and he said no or whatever. Like they built some sort of like lame backstory, but it was a backstory. It's like they had already been working together. And it was nice to see them come together as a television production team.
Yes.
Almost as nice as it was to see them like kind of
That's very
hook
true.
up.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, it didn't really.
The emphasis on career and your colleagues and working with a great team, and I don't know. I thought that was kind of cool.
That's actually the reason I liked the movie. Like none of the romance really did it for me. I didn't even like really see them together. I was like,
not really.
Yeah, they're both very hot for other people.
Exactly. It was just like a lot of eye candy, but yeah, the focus was more on like passion and fitting in and rising to the top of your game in your career and not being afraid and
jumping on opportunity.
Exactly.
I like that message.
Exactly.
The movie made me feel good in senses like that.
For sure. I also thought it was very calming to watch. Does that make sense? Like it just kind of flowed very easily and nicely along. No real like huge conflict.
Yeah.
Or you know what I mean? Yeah. Like,
no, I'm sorry. I'm laughing now as I'm getting it, but yeah, I mean, it was a very visually appealing movie that was shot well. I'm sorry. Now I'm realizing why it was calming. It's like,
the
maybe
water?
the haze.
Oh, the haze. Oh
like,
my God. But that's a criticism that we had, which
it
we'll
is,
get
but
to.
it's still, the movie looked really.
It was just easy to watch.
It was easy to watch and it was calming because it did look very nice.
Definitely, yeah. Well, why don't we get to performances?
Sure.
The standout for me here was definitely Heather, although, to be honest, at first I was like, is she being a bit too gloom and doom or depressed or something? Like she's very quiet and she's not really emoting a lot, but then you had pointed out that, she was just a little self-conscious and like maybe she's struggling with some self-doubt.
Yeah, her gloom and doom was more of a ho and hum.
Definitely. And then I was like, okay, you know what? Then Heather is playing that very convincingly, and I really started to actually feel for her character when I realized
absolutely.
that, right?
I mean, and to the same point, Heather Hemmens is the stand-up for me as well.
Yeah.
She did a great job, and I really believed her portrayal of that person.
Yeah.
But it is funny that you mentioned the self-conscious thing because it was slightly irking me by the end of the movie.
Oh, really?
I was like, oh, just get confident, stupid.
Step up. I mean, you're proving yourself, I
know, you already have like an entire reel that you shot, like while your boss was not there, so
Yeah.
But yeah, good job by Heather. She's 2 for 2 with us.
Yeah. Okay, so Luke Mitchell, I just wanted to comment. I mean, he's good. He's fine. I would say he was fine. I feel like he didn't really do much. Like he was kind of, okay, absolutely great to look at, but kind of a little bit standoffish for me. I mean, kudos for keeping himself in check when Anna went on all those dates with Lucas.
That at least was like a little bit of comedy, and I think he might have got a little more screen time than was in the script.
I just wanted to see more of him, more dialogue, more action.
My point was going to be, why is this guy in this movie? Because it didn't seem, it was like, she could have had a temporary fling with the guy in Portugal and then messed off, and it could have been about the job again, right? But
that would have been fun.
I was assuming it was a destination romance. So when there was like an immediate love triangle set up, like before Anna even met the Portugal guy, it was like, okay, well, who's this cameraman? Like, why the f is he in the movie? It was a little confusing. So like they could have done without him, or at least held him back until later on in the movie. Like maybe you don't see who's behind the camera, and then the setup seemed weird.
Now that you mention it, that would have been a fun little movie, having her take this career opportunity. Yet she still might be a little bit hesitant and unsure and having a little bit of imposter syndrome, but then she meets this great guy in Portugal that maybe shows her the bounty and the market, and he doesn't end up being a slime ball or a loser or mean.
Yeah, but that's the expected story. Like that's what I expected. And then I actually like what they did with the story. I liked that there was a connection already made with, I liked everything about it. I thought they showcased him so much because probably he's hot. Like, why not?
Yes,
you might as well get him out there.
It
didn't really make as much sense to the movie.
I understand that. That's why I thought, I'm just trying to think of other storylines working off of the main one here.
I liked the way it ended up, and I think it was believable. And again, them being a team, it was romantic enough for me, anyways.
Lucas, okay, played by Duarte Gomez.
Is
it Gomez?
We are excited to welcome you to Lisbon.
Portuguese actor. At first, I liked him. He was very happy. He was very outgoing. He pretty much was Guy Smiley throughout the whole thing.
Oh my God, it's true. Every time he would be on screen, it would be like, bing.
Yeah, it was. And I actually didn't get a creepy vibe from him. And maybe he turned out to be such a slime ball. and so selfish and only was interested in promoting his restaurant. I thought he was genuinely interested in Heather. And that's why I was excited to see maybe a little bit of a love triangle. It's like, oh, something interesting, but...
I see. You are a sucker for a smiling face, Jazz.
I mean, I liked his smiling face, yes.
Well, I mean, yeah, you know, he was business forward. He wasn't necessarily a slime ball. I was genuinely surprised when his business partner shows up to the dinner.
I was surprised
like, whoa!
too. I was like, what? This whole thing was for business?
Maybe we're suckers on that.
I was a sucker. I guess I was a sucker. What do we get to? Nitpicky, hitpicky. Nitpicky. Other people have mentioned this too, but we noticed this right off the bat. The pineapples and the ice cream.
It's right back to back too. It's like immediately after one another.
What a waste. She just leaves her pineapple and his pineapple on a table, and then they walk off.
Bye.
Then when they're walking through like the town there, she takes her ice cream and his ice cream and throws out both of them.
I know, they're just like, let's go dancing. It's like, you can absolutely like dance with a fucking ice cream.
A full cone of ice cream.
I know, it's blasphemy.
I was like, what a waste.
Yo, who knows though? Well, maybe Portuguese ice cream sucks.
No, I don't think so. It looked great.
But
they hardly made a dent in it, and they throw it out.
It's not hard to like dance with an ice cream cone in your hand.
No, not at all.
Like, I don't know. Maybe it was a nod to their professional life and how much food they waste on a daily basis, so they didn't even notice.
Well, that's
But still, big Nit.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Yeah. What a waste.
Nit, leaving the boom operator on shore and not taking the dead cat. It's a big technical hit.
Oh my God.
First of all, what's a dead cat?
So it's kind of the fuzzy part that you put over the shotgun microphone to capture the wind, especially like, or any outdoor,
It sucks in the
sound.
wind so you don't hear them in the microphone.
And it doesn't ruin your audio, especially when you're outside.
There you go.
I mean, when you're on a boat.
Yeah, they got on the boat with Thor, who was just gonna like go au naturel in the middle of the North Atlantic Ocean.
No.
It would have sounded like...
It would have been awful. It would have ruined the audio. I mean, that's probably only a nitpicky we would pick up, or someone who's like a sound person.
I know, but because they were so technical forward in this movie, I was like, no, don't leave that guy on the shore. He's just like standing there like a...
You need a proper sound guy on a boat outside.
Anyway,
yeah. More technical nitpicky, the haze. Okay, like some haze, don't get me wrong, it adds texture and nice atmosphere to the scene.
We don't even have a haze filter.
No, we don't have a haze filter, but I actually have haze in a can.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
It looked like they were using haze in a can in every shot and a haze filter on the camera, because we'll show a bunch of scenes. It's like, it was a little overboard.
It was definitely overboard, yeah.
They're in the Shadow Realm. The atmosphere there has a darkness like no other.
It straight up looked like half the scenes were either dream sequences or something was burning in the oven. Like,
I don't think many people would pick up on that, and it probably wouldn't even bother too many people.
No, because the thing is, it actually looks really nice. There was one scene of Dean near the end in front of a window, and it looked like a dramatic scene from like the Da Vinci Code or something. I was like, oh my God, I gotta pause this. Like,
yeah.
So yeah, a little too much, but I mean, again, the filter looks really nice.
Yeah, it does. It's just like almost every scene had it.
I know, well,
right?
exactly. It's one of those things you can leave on. It's hard to take off. It's like, oh, everything looks beautiful.
Yeah. Chef Dean. Okay, I get that he's supposed to be like this Gordon Ramsay type of dude, but I just was like, where is he? Where did he go? Do you really think he can pull off like that the entire shoot and expect no consequences? Okay, like I know he's supposed to be a big celebrity, and maybe a big celebrity can get away with that, but what about the deadlines and the work? Like no consequences at all? And then when he shows up, he fires Anna.
Well, yeah, he's that honcho.
I didn't like that.
It was his whole show. Like, it was interesting not to see him. He was kind of like that.
I'm the chef on this show.
I didn't like that. And then, okay, he eventually comes around and acknowledges Anna's talent on camera. But it just seemed a little tacked on at the end, like too little too late.
I mean, I knew he was coming at some point. That was the same trope as like the ex-boyfriend that dumped you at the beginning showing up, right? It was just like the looming boss if he ever shows up.
Oh, the way he showed up too. Hi, I'm here.
I know.
What's the big deal?
The character played it well though. I still think it was believable because he was like a pompous rich ass, and I love that he revealed that he was in Portugal the whole time too, just soaking it up in another region.
Oh my God, so annoying.
Those guys are respect.
He's so annoying though, oh my God.
But then again, when there's a character like that, and even though you only met them at the end, it was kind of like relieving when he turned around.
I mean, I liked that he turned it around. I was just like, Okay, it seems a little tacked on, but
Yeah,
whatever,
for sure.
whatever. So a hit. Couldn't really find too much of a specific hit because in the beginning we mentioned all the things we liked, the authenticity, speaking Portuguese, Portuguese music. Like those are all hits too.
Authenticity would be the hit.
Authenticity definitely, which is just a reason to like the movie.
Yeah.
But I guess if I want to mention something, and I seem to mention always like wardrobe and makeup and hair and stuff like that, but everyone's looking good.
I didn't notice it as much.
I
in
noticed
this.
her.
She looked appropriate.
Her
She
wardrobe.
looked like she was wearing her clothes, so I didn't even.
One particular
notice
outfit though that I really liked. She had a green blazer on and she was outside and it just complemented her so well. I loved it. I mean, it's my favorite color green too that she's wearing in this shot. That's why it kind of stood out to me. So there you go. It's a small hit, but I liked it.
I agree.
Yeah. So why don't we get to the writer and the director? The director here is Claire Niederprum. Some other credits include A Royal Corgi Christmas, Christmas with the Campbells, and One December Night. And another one, because it's one of my favorite ones, is As Luck Would Have It, with Joanna
her.
Garcia, Very Merry Daughter of the
Very
Bride.
Merry, yeah. I've never seen that one.
It also had Alan Leach from Downton Abbey. They were in Ireland. Remember she goes to like buy the inn, and it's like all in Ireland. Oh my God.
That one was very good.
I forget if it was an inn or something, but I loved that one. I really like that one.
And the writer here is Nicole Baxter.
Mm-hmm.
Some other writing credits include We Wish You a Merry Christmas, Presents of Love,
That's one of my favorite ones. Bawled my eyes out with that one. Oh my God.
and Chateau Christmas.
Yeah, all great ones.
So did this hit or miss the Hallmark for you?
I liked this. As we said, it was very easy to watch. It was very calming. It was very enjoyable. It transports you. It immerses you in the Portuguese culture. So it was a hit.
Hit?
Soft hit, but a hit nonetheless.
Yes, it was a hit for me too.
Nice. Okay,
Do you want to get to the Hallmark checklist?
let's do it. Promotion or deadline? Yes, she gets promoted because she gets her own show. In the end,
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
I
Yeah,
would
of
say
course.
yes.
Career-driven lead,
Yes.
obviously.
Even if she was suffering from imposter syndrome.
Big misunderstanding, yes.
What's that?
Guy Smiley. He wasn't into her.
Oh yeah. Totally missed that. Wow. Okay,
Sorry.
good for you. Change of heart, yes, definitely.
Someone gets dumped, fired, or dies.
Yes, she gets fired by Dean, Chef
like that.
Dean. Second romance subplot. No, I don't think so. Even though we started with kind of it didn't end up being romance.
I mean, does it count when there's a second romance like starting?
No, I don't think so. So I'm saying no.
Yeah, no. Proposal or wedding?
No.
Niente.
No. Travel issues. I mean, no, even though you think maybe Dean is having some sort of travel issue.
No, he was
but-
just being he was
hold-
holding out on
the
contract.
contract. Yeah.
So I was like,
So no.
that's why it was believable.
Yeah.
Selling the house, business, or farm.
No.
Niente.
Big city, small town transition. Well, they do go to Portugal, but
Nah.
they film in Lisbon, which
Yeah,
is a big town.
let's just scratch
So
that.
no, okay.
They almost kiss.
No, and not many kisses in this one.
No, only
That's
like-
why we don't have the kiss count.
Only like one. I think one or two.
Yeah. I was just a little bit disappointed.
And Mad Dash, go get her.
I wouldn't say so. He does go up to her
He was
Brooklyn.
he was literally always there.
Yeah.
Never left once.
But you know that assistant Brooklyn, that younger girl, they kind of go up to her before she leaves, like,
Oh yeah, that's
let's
true.
do this. You
I
know,
mean, that's yeah.
it's not really a
No.
mad dash though. I'm gonna say no.
Anyways,
no.
fun little movie.
Yes.
Go take a watch if you want to
Very
engulf yourself
simple.
in Portugal.
Nice Sunday afternoon movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. Let us
So-
know what you thought of it in the comments below.
Yeah, did it hit or miss the Hallmark for you?
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see you in a few days for the review of
Hearts in the game.
Hearts in the Game. That's it.
Bye.
Bye.